The impact of globalization on indigenous cultures is significant and often negative. Globalization has led to the erosion and loss of indigenous cultures due to various factors. 3 years, indigenous peoples are at the highest risk of cultural loss through cultural globalization, because they often lack the power and resources to protect their traditions and practices. The spread of consumer societies and foreign investments in regions where indigenous peoples live has caused harm to their ecosystems and communities. Large-scale development projects have displaced indigenous people and led to social conflicts. However, globalization has also connected indigenous peoples through information technology and communication, allowing them to combat reckless consumption and amplify their voices. The preservation of indigenous intellectual property and cultural heritage is crucial in managing globalization better and ensuring fair rules in the international marketplace. Indigenous peoples' rich ideas and stories are considered their primary form of capital. Certainly, globalization has brought both positive and negative impacts on indigenous cultures. On one hand, it has facilitated the spread of consumer societies, foreign investments, and large-scale development projects, which have led to the erosion and loss of indigenous traditions and practices. Indigenous peoples, often lacking power and resources, are at a higher risk of cultural loss through globalization. On the other hand, globalization has also connected indigenous communities through information technology and communication, allowing them to combat reckless consumption and amplify their voices. It has created platforms for indigenous peoples to share their cultural heritage and raise awareness about the importance of preserving their traditions. To manage globalization better and ensure fair rules in the international marketplace, it is crucial to protect indigenous intellectual property and cultural heritage. This can be achieved through legal frameworks, international agreements, and policies that recognize and respect the rights of indigenous communities. By valuing and preserving indigenous cultures, we can create a more inclusive and sustainable global society.